today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 9.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
What I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Miami. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Patriots nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return is J.J. Taylor. And he returns this to the 22. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a give, running left is Harris. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this returnable for Hill. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
To throw.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. J.J. Taylor deep for the Patriots.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They hand this off to Harris. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Harris. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Oh, now a running play here with Smith. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Here's Hill on the return. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. On second down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Here's Edmonds. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. That catch good for only a couple. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taylor now to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Damian Harris of the Patriot offense ready to take over again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This is caught by Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
They'll look to throw again. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, open man is Bourne. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Looking to throw. Jones. And over the middle, this is Parker. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun. Jones. Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Bullet good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now back to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dean Lowry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. Cole Beasley, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Josh Jacobs, 3 touchdown runs. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Deshaun Watson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Bullock will put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Ronnie Perkins. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Looking to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 22, Jones. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Dolphins. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw here. Gets this one to Hill. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. The kick by Sanders is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England trying to get a place on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Had to put that that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the delay, here's Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And his throw is incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
He'll drop to throw. It's Hill, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Jones now on first down. That swung out wide to Harris. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Jones. That one complete to Keene, the tight end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. Throwing Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down now, Edmonds. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Cut check time on both sides. They'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On third down, they run with Edmonds. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Sanders' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now Jones and the Patriots down 20-10. Just over a minute 40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Jones. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Jones, 3 yards the gain there, second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Here's Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. To throw is Jones. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now Jones. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And quickly, they get to the line. After the sack on first down, Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New England, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the new